Good morning, day... Oh, God, I can never remember these blooming days. Day 15, I think it is. No, day 16. So, overnight I've been having a bit of a think, and I was talking to Sally as well yesterday, and one of the things that we were talking about was, this elusive zone that we all think that you have to be in to be dieting. It's kind of like a head space, and to be in that zone means that you can diet away quite happily, pretty much oblivious to what's going on around you, because you're in this headspace that really wants to do what you're doing. So actually, when you're in that space, it takes a lot to shake you from your diet. And I had that zone, as I call it, when I was doing my Cambridge diet, when I did my 8-stone weight loss about 10 years ago. And, people could eat donuts in front of me, they could have chips, all those sorts of things. I had absolutely no inclination to have one, because my desire to be slimmer and fitter and look better and to be healthier at that time was far more powerful than my desire for a chip or a piece of cheese or anything, really. So that's what I'm always seeking, the zone. I can say today I am in the zone, and I have been for the last 2 weeks. But Sally and I were talking last night about things that actually could shake you from that could knock you out of the zone. And to be honest, they're things that I have to be aware of the whole time. Now, Sally mentioned last night that she'd wanted to lose some weight. She'd really tried hard for 2 weeks. And I know she did. When she was on the van with me, she was totally supportive. She was eating exactly the same things that I was eating. And she said she got home from the van on Tuesday, weighed herself on Tuesday morning, and she hadn't lost a pound. And she said that completely shook her and made her think, well, sod it, I might as well have a donut, because I haven't lost any weight, and I've made all this effort. So we were saying then that actually your weight should have no bearing on it, really, because she said that when she came home, she felt slimmer, she felt she'd lost weight, and we're all very aware of our bodies. We can wake up one morning and feel fat, and wake up another morning and feel slim, for no real reason necessarily. It could be something to do with our hormones, time of the month, that sort of thing. But Sally said that she absolutely was gutted that she'd done all this effort, made all this effort, and had actually gotten nowhere. So perhaps we shouldn't think about how much we weigh in numbers. We should just think about how we feel, because that's something that could knock us off the zone. Something that kind of could have knocked me off my zone was the fact that I'd only lost 5 pounds, and I'd really gone for it this last week, and I'd said to Sally on the van, if I've not lost half a stone, I'll bloody eat my hat. Obviously I wouldn't have eaten my hat, Tracy, don't worry, it's not protein. So, but it's interesting that you constantly have to be vigilant for things that can creep up and knock you off your zone. Now, this then takes us back to the excuse, doesn't it? Could I say, or if I was Sally, could I say, well, I've made all that effort, it's not made any difference, I'm not going to bother anymore. There's my excuse, isn't it? There's my excuse. I've lost the zone. Anyway, I now know that the key to me dieting is to maintain the zone. Now, nothing for me maintains the zone like success, the feeling of doing well, the compliments, the fact that I can feel better in my clothes. And then this, historically, when I've been dieting, has gained momentum. I can remember that I got to a stage when I was doing my big diet before, when I would go to the supermarket, and our local supermarket has got 2 floors. It's a Tesco's maxi thing, And I'd go in, immediately go up the travelator, probably spend about an hour in the clothes department, buy numerous items of clothing, and then come downstairs and think, oh, can't be bothered to do the shopping now. I'll just grab a salad and go. So I was in the zone so much then, because I just loved the fact that I could go into my local shop and buy things off the shelf. Now, as a fatter person, that's not often possible. You can't just nip into any shop and buy something. That's why I always live in fear of losing my suitcase when I go on holiday, because I would be absolutely stuffed if I had to buy a new wardrobe in Mallorca. Women over there are petite anyway. Then factor into that the fact that there's only sort of one main shopping mall in Palma, and I very much doubt that that's got, you know, clothes for the larger woman. So, yes, my thoughts about the whole thing are that it's kind of like success breeds success, isn't it? So it's keeping on that single mindset. So it's constantly finding things that refuel that, and buying new clothes in smaller sizes and that were more flattering, and that were more what I would choose, rather than what is dictated to me by my size. That was a real momentum giver. So that's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for a new wardrobe, and I've got to keep that in mind to help me keep in the zone. Anyway, have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye.